Sorry. This is RamView.
It's hot out there. Let's blow off the line of scrimmage. Headline, Los Angeles.
Live from the Ram Cave, this is RamView Review, RamView Update, RamView Wrap-Up after the Rams' 27-20 win over the Colts yesterday. And I was just paying salute and homage to the great Adonai Mitchell, who might have passed Creed Humphrey as the greatest Ram who ever or never played for the Rams. Adonai Mitchell saved the day. Hey, Rams got a great win. I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit more. I wanted the Rams the Rams played like they were a little upset. Colts are a better team though. And Daniel Jones, except for two throws, the two curl interceptions, Daniel Jones showed he can play. And yeah, so this team was wearing the Rams down a little bit, and Adonai Mitchell saved the day along with the defense, Matthew Stafford, and a dude named Puka Nacua. But let's get right to the top of it. It was a win for the Rams. 49ers lost. Cardinals have lost. Seahawks look very mortal. So let's take a look at the Ram game today. So I was in the Ram Cave watching this, and the Rams got their last possession. I'm sitting there with Mid-Valley Sports photographer and co-owner there, Dwayne Barker, and he says, man, they got to forget about Atwell. They got to forget about Atwell and see if he's alone somewhere. And he's talking about the Colts defense. He said, they need to forget Atwell, focus on Nacua and Adams, and then maybe Atwell will be open. And the very first play of that possession, Stafford found Atwell for the 88-yard touchdown. And I heard Travis Rogers get sick inside because Atwell scored a touchdown that won the game. Now, it doesn't change anything. The good news is maybe instead of a 6th-round pick for a desperate team, you get a 5th-round pick from a desperate team for Tutu Atwell. I like Atwell. I've advocated for Atwell. I can't make Sean McVay listen to me about Atwell, but I was happy he got the moment. And it was very obvious his teammates care a lot about him. You could tell by their reactions they like him. This shows this guy's a good locker room guy. I think, part of the reason the Rams gave him $10 million to stay another year wasn't because of his production. He had a couple 40-catch seasons. I like Atwell. He is productive when he gets the ball. But they also kept him around because he's an ace as a person, and so you can see where his teammates were really, really happy for him. Just no particular order here. Adonai Mitchell, right? Adonai Mitchell, Adonai, which means Lord in Hebrew, was causing his teammates and his family and friends to ask, Lord, what's going on here? I did highlight Adonai Mitchell in Friday's broadcast, comparing him as a 2nd-round pick out of Texas to Jordan Whittington, who was a 6th-round pick out of Texas. Jordan Whittington was taking 150 picks after Adonai Mitchell, who was projected originally as a 1st-round selection, dropped to the 2nd round. That his rookie year, he had 23 catches. Whittington's rookie year, he had 23 catches. Going into the game on Sunday, Mitchell had 4 catches. Going into the game on Sunday, Jordan Whittington had 4 catches, and neither had scored a touchdown, except Adonai Mitchell looked like he was about to score a touchdown. And he spit the bit, right? That was going to be his first NFL touchdown. I'm sure he had his celebration all lined up, which move, which groove, which dance step he was going to take. And he forgot. He forgot to take that ball with him across the goal line. And and then to double down, he cost them another touchdown on the holding penalty on Jonathan Taylor's touchdown run. So Adonai Mitchell had a miserable day. We're gonna follow up on that because there was another part of that Adonai Mitchell touchdown, not touchdown catch that people are, I don't know, they're not seeing the whole thing, or because they need something to complain about because Atwell scored the winning touchdown, they're looking at something else. Number 3, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford looks like he's just getting started, right? I don't think Matthew Stafford was perfect on Sunday. He was better than he was in Philly. He was under constant pressure, but he missed a few throws, but he made a whole lot more. And you could just see He's just getting started, getting comfortable, getting familiar, understanding what his line's going to give him, what his line's not going to give him. And so, yeah, there is some excitement there because look at the guy. I don't think we're dealing with a bad back here. Also, looking at that offensive line, I think it's clear, right? Are we done with Coleman Shelton? I'm done with Coleman Shelton. He's not awful, but you're not going anywhere with this guy, right? If you win a title, you got to move off of him. And then Avila was benched, and I understand it a little bit if it was about Thursday night with that tender ankle. You give him an extra few days of rest, and then you don't have to have him do a quick turnaround on Thursday against the 49ers. So I understood that. Justin Diedick plays well enough, but he's not a long-term guy. We need that 2023 Avila, that late 2024 Avila in that lineup because interior-wise, Rams are in trouble. I don't think they're in big trouble, but they're going to get exposed. And DeForest Buckner and those guys, they did a pretty good job against the Rams. Even though they did move the ball, the pass protection was not great. And Kevin Dotson is a great run-blocking guard. He is a little bit, tiny bit suspect in pass pro. So you need some help there. And Avila's got to grow up. Avila's got to get ready to earn that second contract. And we're going to find out on Thursday. Justin Diedick, he's Coleman Shelton, right? He's not anyone you're going to come after because you're not paying him anything. But you start saying, oh, yeah, he is my permanent left guard. Then he becomes Coleman Shelton. And so I think there's issues there along the line, and Kyron Williams can't keep picking up everybody that comes through that sieve that's up the middle sometimes. It's not all the time, but it's just enough. And that fumble's not on Kyron Williams. I think Kyron Williams separated himself in understanding why the Rams gave him a contract, why he continues to start over Blake Corum. We saw Blake Corum. Blake Corum's had some nice runs, but he nearly cost the team 2 interceptions. And so yeah, you saw Kyron Williams. And I thought it was great the way Darryl Johnson, a fullback, kept on pointing out yesterday, he's not just chipping, he's blocking. And you saw him really nail some folks. And so that fumble, if the Rams lost, I'm sure the KBM, who's looking for scapegoats today, would have found a way to put that on Kyron Williams, and that really wasn't on Kyron Williams. Rams faced a quarterback that is good enough to win the AFC South because the team around him is good enough, and he's good enough. I like Daniel Jones. Didn't like his 2 throws, the ones that Cam Curl intercepted. He should have put them a little more on a rope as opposed to lofting them up the way he did. But he made plays. The rush came in, he got the ball out of his hands, got it to the right person. Yeah, he made plays. And so yeah, the Colts got the right guy. Colts are better than the Titans. Colts are better than the Texans. And I think it's going to come down to them and the Jags. The Jags keep winning in weird, ugly ways. But I do like this Colts team. I really do. Moving forward, keeping going on. Remember all the talk about Cam Curl being expendable? I'll let you guys think about that one. The Rams safeties, yeah, Quentin Lake's an easy call, but the Rams safeties have been great. They continue to make plays. Jalen McCullough, Cam Kitchens nearly had another pick. They just continue to make plays. They're opportunists. They do a great job. They were fantastic yesterday against the Colts. Now, speaking of the cornerback room, cornerbacks did pretty well, but I noticed immediately afterwards they needed a scapegoat. So the media went after Emmanuel Forbes. Did you see Adonai Mitchell's catch that he ended up fumbling the ball out of the end zone? Forbes was right there with him. Adonai Mitchell made a great catch. And let me throw this out at you. Who was out there pressuring Adonai Mitchell as he ran down the field and got that last shove in on him? Something that may or may not have thrown Mitchell off, but definitely gave him something to think about. It was Emmanuel Forbes. Now, you could talk about, Michael Pittman beating him on the crosser in the end zone. Okay, fine. 50% of the corners are going to lose that one, right? Just to make a quick turn, cuts across the middle, a competent quarterback. I mean, okay, he's not Lester Hayes, all right? He's not Mike Haynes. He's not Charlie Stukes. He's not Rod Perry. He's not Pat Thomas. He's not Monty Jackson, not Leroy Irvin. But to lay that Adonai Mitchell touchdown on Emmanuel Forbes being in poor coverage, It's just weak sauce, and it just shows the laziness of the KBM. And you needed someone else to blame today, right? You couldn't blame Tutu after that 88-yard touchdown, so it certainly must have been Emmanuel Forbes. And honestly, they went after the defensive line a little bit. Yeah, Fisk might be battling something. Kobe Turner was in there. They said they didn't get any tackles. That Colts front line is pretty solid. And what did they do? Jonathan Taylor broke off one run. Always looking for a scapegoat. It's not always the best way to go. I will say this about the tight end room. Colby Parkinson made some catches, but I'm tired of seeing Tyler Higbee out there, and I want to see Terrence Ferguson. I do. You drafted him. I want to see Terrence Ferguson. He's been a healthy scratch 2 weeks in a row, and I get it. This is the McVay plan, I guess, but we need to see that guy out there. We need to know the target because Higbee's not a guy that's going to threaten anybody downfield. We know Parkinson's not. We know Davis isn't. So it's time to see if you need that third receiver everyone's screaming about. KBM wants something to scream about. Let's start screaming about Terrence Ferguson. Why isn't he on the field? I'll tell you why he's not on the field. He can't block. That's why he's not on the field, or showing the capability of blocking. If he showed the capability of blocking, he'd be on the field. Spates and Landman at linebacker going back to the defense side. Great improvement from last year. Love those guys. I thought those guys had a great game. And I saved this one for a little bit later in the broadcast. Nakua Adams and Devontae Pakua, right? Nakua and Adams. What a great tandem. What can you say about Puka Nakua, right? What can you say, right? Just the evolution of that type of receiver from Robert Woods to Cooper Kupp to Puka Nakua. It's like, how are they open all the time? But they are always open. Credit to Coach Yarbrough and just the Rams scouting staff for finding these guys. Adams looked pretty good for a guy that everyone was, very hysterical about with a bad hamstring. And I'm just going to ask you right now, do you miss Cooper Kupp? No, I'm sorry. Emotionally, we might, but on the field, we don't miss Cooper Kupp. And then the big drive, I know the winning touchdown was great. The big drive at the end of the first half, it looked like the Colts had pinned the Rams at their 4. Was it the 4? And just watching Stafford do his stuff, McVay make those play calls, and how they kept converting and moving down the field until there was the touchdown pass to Adams. And honestly, it was a joy to watch. I don't think there was a moment in this game where I thought the Rams were in trouble. I just didn't think they were in trouble at all. And so the outcome kind of fit. I wish it was a little bit more respect to the Colts. But the Rams came out and did it. And I'm liking their odds in a heavy way against the 49ers. Fog City lost at home. Ricky Pearsall left the game with that knee injury. They said that wasn't serious. He left the game with a knee injury. 49ers, man. Yeah, they're in trouble. Seahawks, good, not great. And the Cardinals lost also. So the Rams are everything's falling into place in the NFC West. And there we go. So good win. Nothing so far broken about any kind of injury or a Ram player going out of the game, and that's always good news. All right. I didn't mean to take any questions this morning, guys, but thank you for clicking in. USA Expat and Paul M., thank you for being here. USA Expat, my only concern regarding Limmer is why does he always wear a right knee brace and right elbow brace going back to last season? I don't know. I know when I played basketball back in the day, believe it or not, I was a basketball player. When I played ball back in the day, even when my knee healed from tearing ligaments, I still always wore a sleeve. I just did. It was just something for the longest time, I was comfortable with. I can't speak it. USA Expat, Blake catches those 2 passes, then fans are saying that Stafford is finally spreading it around. Yeah. But didn't Kyron separate himself and show why he's Kyron Williams? And while we like Blake Corum, we understand the ratio of snaps. USA Expat, Jags equal Rams East. I like our quarterback and our coach a little bit better, but right now I'm a Jacksonville fan, right? Thank goodness for Jacksonville. USA Expat, how much of that $10 million did Tutu earn with that game winner? there's a lot of truth to that. But the part I liked about it was they were happy for him. People were really genuinely happy it happened for Atwell. And so that was cool. Let's see. Go Rams, Paul M. Kupp is having a pretty good year for Seattle. I miss his blocking. I think he's okay. I think he's okay, but I wouldn't reverse roles. I wouldn't want Nacua and Kupp as my feature receivers. I want Nacua and Adams. And those receivers are showing they will block. And yeah, of course we miss Kupp. Everyone loves Kupp, but I'm happy where the team is at right now. And I think most fans are too. Guys, I did not mean to take questions or take up your time. I've gone 15 minutes. I didn't do this on another, and I didn't pre-record this. So I am coming back later today, probably in about the 3:30 range, to do RamView and then get us ready for the rest of the week and stuff. But just wanted to do this because I couldn't get it out last night. Just this RamView wrap up, and there we go. All right, guys. God bless. Take care. We all got to get our days started, and I will see you about 3:30 today. Paul, USA Expect, thanks for joining.